Call the meeting to order. Act on the agenda.
I'll make a motion to add, I just add Esmeralda's liquor license to new business also.
Esmeralda's?
That's
Steigers
the
Road.
Peruvian, the up on Steigers Road.
Anybody else have
Restaurant.
anything? All set? I make a motion to accept the agenda as amended.
A second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Act on the minutes of the July 8th meeting.
I make a motion to accept the minutes as written.
I second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
I wasn't here, so.
Comment? You don't have any public?
Oh, no public.
They're on the agenda.
Oh, right. No public then.
So,
So we have two liquor licenses, one for
Right.
the Which Way Tavern, which is inside of the in-between, if I'm correct.
Yes.
And Esmeralda's is on Steigers Road. I forget the whole exact name, Jonathan.
what type of liquor license are you
Visit
applying for?
Yeah.
The three.
First class is just for beer and wine.
Is theirs also?
And then third class is
Class 3?
for,
Yeah, with liquor.
yeah. So
Yeah,
that's
what-
the one that we're applying.
Are they
And-
both the same license?
Are they the licenses that are indoor or outdoor? Or
Yeah, well, it's a secondary thing to apply to for outdoor.
She hadn't.
And you're not applying for
No, we
that
are.
license?
She got an email about it.
Definitely.
It's a third
Have
class
Is
renewal
the zoning
license, so there's no
zoned for how
violation,
much?
so it should be
How
a
many people?
no-brainer.
25.
So that's all I
25.
know.
25 complete,
Complete,
not 25 inside, 25 outside,
Correct.
25 altogether.
correct, unless we hold porta potties or, change the separate.
This was the thing that we got on theirs.
This is fairly new to me, but I've called the liquor
which
inspector to
was
ask
very
her.
strange.
exactly
It basically
what our
just
role is
says
in
that it's
this.
in the system, and
I think it's.
so I guess everything is.
Things like that, yeah.
And like, just to use an example, the other one is a previous held, so we get a report on if there was a violation or anything of that. So, and the renewal process, yours is brand new, correct?
Right.
So, in the renewal process, we get I guess a report card,
Yeah,
I guess is what it's called.
so you'll get a report card next year.
Yeah, and when it comes up for renewal, they send.
Well, this was their thing that we printed out, which basically says that they basically filled out everything to go through. But it's pretty weird. It's this whole new electronic portal thing. So it's
So
not
what are
like-
we doing then? We would have to.
We just approve it.
Approve the
Yeah,
liquor
why
licenses.
wouldn't
I
we?
believe we
Yeah,
have
basically it looks like
it to be
everything's in order.
And
approved
so,
separately.
just a little
Separately.
FYI, because I did call the liquor board because I was unclear of our obligations in this, and I felt like we should know that as a town. We should, as we're signing something, we should know what we're signing. I keep playing that out on my select board as a select board person, and he did tell me that indeed the state will be looking at all of your fire,
Yep,
whether you're up to code with fire, whether you are have all your other licensures in place prior to
Thank you.
serving. They're going to check up on you. Is
Yeah.
what it boils down to.
yeah, that's why we're dotting all of our i's.
Right.
Right.
Which would be the health department,
Right.
the fire, right.
Fire,
The-
we're
the
waiting
alarm system.
for them to fill the
Yes, they have the extinguishers.
extinguishers
with
right
the new
now.
tag.
But there are those little
Charge.
things that,
Yeah.
yeah, we're just.
Right.
they're
But just-
in line.
And to tell the select board that he did assure me that those are things that the state looks at as well.
So we don't have any liability, we're not.
Well, that was my question. Do we have liability if we sign on? Because we have done this in the past, and I've always thought, what is our liability as a town? So I wanted to call on that. And
It's-
he actually was quite impressed that you had filled out certain paperwork that other people hadn't. So there's that.
But like I said, we're
Um,
trying to do everything, and she's been amazing with going back over and over. Just, we want to do it right. There's no need for us to step outside of anything.
And this is the first time that we've becoming inn owners and tavern owners. So.
So it's more like a formality in case
It
you
is a
had
formality.
a neighbor that wanted to
Correct.
complain or
Well,
something.
and
100% has to be give other people
Yeah.
a chance to say, I don't want
Right.
alcohol served next to my, just hypothetical situations.
And as a town, I was told that we could put different provisions in place. For instance, right now their septic is allowance to 25 people. We could say that, you know, we will give you this license, but you'll have to come back and get another one when you decide to go over the 25 and prove that you've done everything that needs to be done. Like your septic has been brought up to
More occupancy.
occupancy
I
and
see that. Yeah.
you know, so
Which I
as a
think they
town
might,
we
yeah.
can put any provisions on it
That's
that we
cool.
want
Yeah.
to,
That's good to
but the state will be checking all those as well, is what I'm getting at.
I see no problem with either licenses.
No, I don't
The
either.
one is already existing anyways, and theirs was a prior existing too. It's new to them, but they seem to both be
And
beneficial
the licenses
businesses to
again
the town.
were, one is for
Beer
Theirs
and
is
wine and then
beer and wine, the other's
one is for
liquor.
hard liquor, yeah.
wait, they're both licenses that we're looking at tonight are the same. They're both class 3, right? That's what it was called. Class.
And that's not to actually
Yeah.
distill liquor,
No,
to make it
right.
it's a
yourself.
whole different,
Yeah,
a whole different thing. Yeah.
Right, because I asked that too.
Yeah.
We've
We've
been
been
asking-
we've been asking the same
Beer and
questions,
wine
like,
are
what does
one.
that cover?
Yeah.
And
You
then
know,
hard liquor is 3, and we were saying, well, why isn't there 2?
Yeah.
there is like a whole brewing,
Yes, there's a brewing one as well,
Brewing
and that's
one
not part of
separate.
what you're
Yeah.
asking for.
no, just the accessibility to outdoors, because we want to do brunch and stuff. Who doesn't want to sit outside?
And partake in that beautiful creek that
Yeah.
we
And,
used to go fishing for Travis.
I make a motion to accept Which Way Tavern's liquor license.
Yeah, I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Hi.
One step closer.
That was easy.
And then there's the other one too. The
Esmeralda, what type of liquor license are they asking for? The same?
class 3, which is what they currently hold. They're not asking for.
Oh, they're
any-
just
And
renewing
they've
or whatever.
never had any,
He said there was no violations.
No
on the
violations.
sheet.
No.
I move that we accept theirs as well, Esmeralda's.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye. Long wait for an easy
Yes,
answer.
thank you.
Great,
Yeah,
thank you.
thank you.
You'll get out of your hair now.
You're out.
Yes, thank you.
You're more than welcome to stay, but thanks for coming.
No,
May I
thank you,
take a
thanks.
picture of the quilt on the upper right corner? Okay, thank you.
Thanks, yeah, fantastic.
Have a good evening.
Very
Yeah,
good.
great. I hope you guys don't have to stay. John, then we'll talk to you.
Yeah.
So
Catch up with you guys. Thank you guys.
Alright.
Joe Holt's still on there?
Joe, are you still there?
Yes, thank you. I am still here.
So. Does anybody have a copy of the questions?
I
I
don't
have-
have a hard copy, but I have my phone. I didn't print it out.
Yeah, I emailed.
Everybody.
Yeah, I
questions.
know, I read it as well. Robin has it here too.
Do you have it printed out?
I do.
She
Would you
does.
like to
Okay.
see
No,
it?
no, it's fine as long as somebody has one hard copy to, if we want to refer back to it. We can't print out all those emails. That would be- So we all got an email from Jeanette.
Yep.
Who's not just the clerk, she's the treasurer, telling
Right.
us that, just like we've had a conversation earlier tonight about the finances aren't even there to
Right.
back the 30 days that are needed, which is the
Right.
likelihood of what that last email said is correct? My reimbursement on the
Right.
initial cost after 30 days.
Correct. I mean, I think for us as a town, we are so incredibly stretched to the limit that, as you said, we got the email looking at financially what we can do. And I just feel like the taxpayers, I feel like we can't, I feel like we cannot do this. We can't put this into the situation where the town is now going to be managing and or spending money in this way and then having to wait for money to come back when we literally are just weeks away from often here in this past 6 months of having to get a huge loan in order to keep things going forward. So my feeling is I feel very badly about the property, but it is a private property. And I don't feel as though the taxpayers should be having to pay Jeanette or anyone else to manage this situation. I mean, I just don't. That's my feeling about it. And that's my feeling. I have to stand on that.
I'm just going off of her information that she gave to all of us is like the town just got its head above water and
Right.
even if it's a small cost, you have to back this grant. The town
Yeah.
has to back the grant to start.
Yeah.
And we were told a long time ago how quick reimbursements were going
Right.
to be, and it's never the exact time they say.
It's never.
I mean, we don't even know the exact number either, but she said that any number was
Any
going to
number.
be.
Getting involved in
I'm
it.
just piggybacking off of the information the treasurer gave
Yeah.
us. And that's,
I agree with what Melissa said completely.
And
And I will go to some of the answers that we got, like from VTrans. They're very ambiguous, as far as I know.
correct.
That's not a solid
many
answer
times,
to
Many
me.
times there was.
That's not a solid answer to me, and I will not put the taxpayers' dollars
I agree with
to
Robin.
use
That
for
I
something
agree
that
about
says,
those
as
couple
far as I
questions that
know.
said
Right.
that.
I can't do it.
There was
I can't
like
do it.
as far as I know and to my knowledge.
And to
Yeah,
my
to my
knowledge,
knowledge,
those are not clear cut. Section 504 of
Yeah.
this states that absolutely not, the town won't be. That those are just someone's opinion, and I can't put the taxpayers' dollars towards something for someone's opinion. I need to know for certain that there is no liability. I need to know that for certain, not just someone's opinion.
And again, my bigger piece is, as we talked about, we got the email which stated our finances, the town of Andover's finances, and the money from the taxpayers. We cannot be involved in this fiscally. We can't do
We
it.
can't.
We can't.
That's like cut and dry for me. That's honestly
Me too.
where it's
Right,
for
me
me is
too.
it's like the
I'm just-
financial part of it doesn't work, so we can't. Like we have it. We were told like
I agree with
How-
you on that.
how
I'm
are
just
you-
saying that we did
Yeah.
ask these questions,
Right.
and the answers that we got for me were not good enough to answer my questions. They were too ambiguous.
Did they change the language? Did they answer that one?
They said that they wouldn't even. They will no longer be asking for this grant. They're going to instead withdraw from this one and go to the FY 2025, because apparently they must not be willing to change the
to
wording.
change the wording.
And so while we at VEM have not yet seen the details, that worries me, on administration of the FRCF for FY 2025, it is our understanding. That doesn't say anything to me either. None of these are concrete for me. I
And again, I
I'm
want to say
struggling
this:
with that.
as a select board member, one of my most important issues for the town and the taxpayers is that I don't think that it's right for any monies, time, hours of the town to go into trying to prop up a private property. I feel for them and I understand that it's difficult, but they could sell that property. And how do I stand in front of the town taxpayers, the town citizens, and say, well, we're just gonna spend time and money in order to prop up some people who have private property that they want to kind of be bailed out on. That's not our business. It's not
or
our
be
business.
a bank,
It's not our
Or-
business.
where you were
you know.
at with it.
Don't run that.
Yeah,
Select board, before you make a final assessment here, I do want to chime in, but just let me know when you're ready for me to chime in.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, it's your
Go
turn.
ahead.
Right there. I think we talked right. We talked.
Okay, so I mean, what I'm hearing here is that you're pointing out some kind of a financial distress going on here with the town, or I'm not really sure that I understand what's going on. I mean, I would like to, you had some concerns at the last meeting that you wanted some questions answered, and one of them was about the whole wording on the document as it related to COVID, and so my understanding is that that whole proposal or that whole grant has changed and now it's moved into 2025, which is a different bucket, but it does not include the wording that everybody was concerned about. So I just want to be clear that nobody has a problem, with that wording, because that's all gone away, right?
Well, I do, because it says not yet seen the details of administration of the FRCF for FY 2025. Not yet seen the details. So I can't sign off on something I haven't seen details for. But that's not the bigger question. Honestly, the bigger question is can the town and should the town use taxpayers' money to be the bank for private citizens? And I think what
that
we're
are
hearing
not
there,
that are not in any physical danger. It's not your primary residence. You're not standing in knee-deep water. You have a second home which is having difficulty in a floodplain. That isn't the responsibility of the Andover taxpayers. That's what I
don't think
feel.
anybody's saying it's the responsibility of the taxpayers. I mean, this has all been vetted
We
by
need
the
to
state.
vote.
we need to vote on it.
Funds are available.
We need
Today,
to vote.
the house is in jeopardy, but it will be tomorrow. So if we have a storm, like I think the last meeting that we attended, the next day up in the Northeast Kingdom, they had a storm and it did a lot of damage. So the next storm that we have, all right, we already know that the garage is going to be compromised. We know that the septic system is going to be compromised. And then Route 11, the bridge, and the houses. So today, right now, the house is not compromised like the garage, but the next storm, whether it be 3 weeks or 3 months, the house will be in the same situation that the garage is right now, and that problem is not going to go away. Okay, so
Well, that
you know,
problem is a private property problem. It's not Andover's problem. It is the problem of a private property owner. And we do not have the wherewithal or the intention at this point, I believe, to be involved in a private property in this way.
All right, so let me ask you this. So several years ago, the property that's across the river from me that belonged to Irene Gordon, okay, got flooded, and there was a fund that was available that bought her out. And
FEMA.
the select board
That was a FEMA fund.
agreed to it, and
That
you
was
know,
FEMA.
Well, regardless, but the
No, it's different.
thing.
FEMA is different.
We don't
In
need
terms
to argue.
I know we don't. We
You
don't.
know, you're making these assumptions that the
No.
town and the taxpayers are going to be liable for something, and you know, this is the same situation. You know,
We
I
need to
think,
vote.
are we in agreement that the town, because one of the stipulations or concerns everybody had was that the town didn't want to be responsible for anything, you know, that needed to be done to shore up the approachway or the road. That was another concern.
Well, I can stop you right there.
Answered?
I can, Joe, that was not answered. It says, I understand the concern as far as I know. That's not an answer for me. And I don't even want to go back and forth on all of this because we have, Irene Gordon's was a whole completely different situation. The town was not asking 2 months prior to that for a $400,000 loan because we couldn't pay our bills. So we are asking, what you're asking us to do is say to our taxpayers that, yeah, we were looking for a loan. And at the same time, guess what? This person that's a private homeowner would like us to bail them out by being their bank. And yes, we may get the money back, but we don't know when. And we also don't know concretely what the liabilities will be, because as far as I know is not a concrete section 504 of whatever the laws are that there's no way, shape, or form that the town would be liable for this. That is just someone's opinion. So I myself can't sign this. I can't sign this.
I can't either.
All right. Well, I don't want to end this discussion right now here.
Well,
Well,
we're gonna-
it's
We need to.
we need to.
we need to end it.
All right. Well, let me just say this. All right, because we're going on record here, and you know, if you're going to take that course, which it sounds like your mind has already been made up since day one. All right. I want to be on record that I really don't think that you're serving the community in the best interest here. I think that you're being short-sighted. Okay. Because this problem is not going to go away, and you're not acting in the best interest of the taxpayers. And I'm sure moving forward, if you decide to not support this, that more information is going to come out, that I don't think this is properly being vetted and it's properly being discussed. And my position is that I've always wanted to be a partner in this. I always wanted this to be in the best interest of a common good for all, and it's not self-centered, because our interest is everybody's interest. You know, we've been part of this community for over 18 years. We've paid taxes north of $75,000. I've never asked for anything, and I want to be a partner in this process. And I don't think it's in the best interest of the community for this to end like this, because there's more discussions to be had. And, you know, I want to go on record with that. All right. So, you know, I think that we need to, you know, I don't know. I just don't get it. I just feel like this has been, you know, the town agreed to take this on and to have discussions and to move this process forward. And I just feel like
We did
didn't
not.
agree.
We actually did not. We had made a decision prior to this, and then you brought it back to us, and so we asked
no, you made a
for our
decision prior
concerns.
to this because the board didn't tell me that this
We
this
don't. We
process
shouldn't argue
was
with
going
that.
in a
We
bad
can't keep
direction.
arguing.
And the last I heard from Jeanette, all right, was that everything was good to go. And then she literally lied to me on the telephone after you had made your decision when I had asked what's going on.
I'm going to stand up for Jeanette right now, and I'm going to say that we are not. I do not want to hear you pointing fingers. Jeanette is a valuable, very important town employee that I think if you stood up at a town meeting talking about her like this, that the entire town meeting would disagree with you. And I'm sorry. I have to say
I'm
that.
sorry, you know, you feel how you feel.
We need to make a
We
motion.
need to bring it back to order. The
Right.
meeting's got to come
This is
back
right.
to.
This is out of order.
It's just plain and simple, and that's all I have to say.
Okay,
is
so-
we do not have the town of Andover does not have the financial ability to back any grant, and that's the only.
Any grant.
It's
Right. I agree.
not that you have. It's not there. We asked
It's
to
not
be looked at, and it's not there.
Right.
Has
So-
everybody read
Okay,
that?
so this is Chris. Can I chime in here for a second and just
No.
ask?
Would you like to make a motion?
Possibility, if we said to
No,
the state,
no.
No.
Chris Hogan, I'm sorry, I should have said that. If we said to the state to give you the money from what's being granted to us.
No.
No.
No. You were. That's buying the select board. Can we make
We
a
gotta,
motion?
yeah,
Somebody
somebody's got to
make
make a motion.
I'm just kind of troubled with.
No, no.
Move we table
I
this.
just mean the town doesn't have the money.
No, I don't think we should
No,
table it, Chris.
I think we
Let's vote.
Decision.
a right. We need
Let's
to make
vote.
a decision.
I mean,
Let's vote.
we need to make a motion that we deny this.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Okay, everybody's on record for this, so
Yeah.
we'll see what the road has in front of us moving forward. And you've all made your decisions, and I'm obviously very disappointed. It's always been about, you know, the common good for everybody, but obviously this has already been influenced, and this is not being acted out in the best interest of all. So we'll discuss this in the future.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Road Commissioners reports. And we're mowing and pitching. The new truck is in down.
Oh, nice.
Is it?
Yes.
But it isn't. It's got to go up to the.
Get them.
They get outfitted.
But it's a good thing. It's here.
Right.
It's July.
I know, right?
Plenty of time to
Plenty
get
of
ready
time
for
to
the
get
weather.
ready for
Right.
winter. Right.
Sand, is that all? Is there been any type of delivery schedule?
No.
No.
Jeanette's even.
No, I know it was a new thing. Just didn't know. Maybe they.
We're kind of waiting on that.
Nope, that's.
She's sent result letters out yet.
Yep. Okay. Perfect.
Financial orders. There's a folder there.
The bottom one.
That's from each side.
That's stuff for you, and then I think, let's see, I think there's the So that was the other stuff in the minutes, so I think this is good. This is the check thing, right? This is what you guys all signed.
Correct. Thank you.
Thank you for doing a stellar job, while Jeanette was
Yeah.
away. We appreciate
Yeah,
it.
thanks,
I know,
Jonathan.
You're the bomb.
Well, this is exciting.
This is exciting. I don't know if I call it that.
Oh, I can't. Can I have a non-red pen?
Quite agonizing.
It has been. It absolutely has been. I agree. Okay. There you go, Richard.
That one is the
Yeah,
minutes.
that's the minutes.
So that's just for Chris. I'll give it back to Jonathan. That was already read.
Okay,
Yeah.
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 And then I
Select board, I just have one more comment that I'd like to make, please.
That's your call.
It's over, Joe.
It's over.
No, it has nothing to do with this.
Can we mute
My
him?
question is, in the best interest of all, when will the minutes be posted for the last meeting, and when will the minutes for this meeting be posted? Because the last meeting is not posted.
Yes, it is. It should be in the Chester Telegraph. It's posted. And can you get the minutes on the website too?
I think
Yeah,
It's not on your
I think-
website.
Jeanette will
I
put it on the
looked for it this
website.
morning.
Okay.
Yeah, Jeanette will put them
Jeanette's on vacation.
She has to log into the website.
I think the minutes.
So they are not up on the
Soon.
website, but if you would like, the Chester Telegraph is our publication, and it's in there.
What? I think they just have the agendas.
The resource,
not the
your
minutes.
website, that's where
Oh,
everything's
they
listed.
don't.
all-
They will be in there soon. I would
They'll be up
expect they'll
soon.
be up within
My
the next
apologies.
couple days.
I misspoke. It was the
Maybe
agenda.
3 days
Yeah.
from now, maybe by the end of the week.
So the meeting 2 weeks ago is gonna be up in the next couple days?
Yeah, you just approved the minutes.
We just approved the minutes at this meeting, so we can't actually publicize them until we've approved them.
No, I'm talking about the last.
That's the
meeting
meeting
that we
minutes, excuse me, Joe. The meeting minutes that we just approved
was from the last
was
meeting.
from the last meeting. We cannot publicize those until, as a board, we have approved them. So they were just approved tonight, and they will be posted now that they've been approved. Probably not tonight, but they will be posted. But we can't post them until they're approved.
I don't know how the process works, but
That's how it works.
yes, in previous timeframes, they were posted much quicker, so.
They haven't been, they were approved tonight, Joe. I don't think you understand what I'm saying. They were approved tonight. You cannot post meeting minutes unless the board approves the meeting minutes themselves. As a board, we have to read what we thought the minutes were, what they're written as, and then they can be posted. Otherwise, it would be a posting of, something that we didn't all look at. It'd be a draft, and
Yes.
we can't post drafts. So they will, rest assured, they will be posted
All right, thank
in
you.
the order in which they're supposed to be.
My apologies. That's the agenda that goes in the Telegraph.
Yes. That's okay, Richard.
And I make a motion to adjourn this meeting.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.